He has taught us a lot. We've learned a lot in the last 2 years that we didn't know. He has been a hard worker. He taught us what hard work was. He taught us to respect other people. He taught us if you need to be at work, if you have a job, you need to be there, and you need to be there on time. But also to be kind to people. Still today, he's just like that. If you look around and you can touch someone, just to realize that this is just a little bit of the people that he's touched in his 100 years. This week, I've had more than one person tell me that, I don't think anybody doesn't like Mr. Carroll. And I think that's probably true. I don't think I've ever heard anything bad about my daddy. People will ask me, does your daddy ever get mad? I've only seen him mad twice. One was at a baseball game with Bubba, and one was a football game with Charlie. And the baseball game, the policeman told him and Mr. Small, who's the principal, he was going to take them to jail. And he said, well, come on, I got the money. And I was wondering how we were going to get home. The football game was a fight broke out in McCall, and we couldn't find Charlie. Thought we had to fight. They had to fight separated. Looked up. Daddy was jumping across the fence, and I said, this is not going to be good. And they get to Charles, and he's holding the boy's foot up between his helmet and the face mask. So my daddy doesn't get mad very often, not even football games, y'all. He sits in the chair, and I scream and holler, and he just like, But Mr. Capelon, where's Mr. John? He said the other night at the Lions Club that Daddy taught him to say, wait the next year. And 100 years, and I think we're still waiting till next year. So.
Wait another year.
You think so, Daddy? My daddy loves his family, and he loves his friends and his church and his community, his state, and his nation. The things that he loves around here are his trees and the Gamecocks, win or lose. And he's just an awesome person. And that we could be here and just celebrate that is just awesome. Daddy has told us that he's lived here all of his life except when he was in the Army. And that was from 41 to 46, Daddy? Is that right? So
March 41, 25th of January 46.
He remembers everything and everybody. If you are talking to him, just introduce yourself, because he will know who you are. He might just not recognize your face straight off, but he will know who you are. So he does not forget anyone. He has a much better memory than I do. In a few minutes, we're going to sing happy birthday, and we have cake. And my daddy's favorite thing is homemade ice cream. We have homemade ice cream that my wonderful brothers, I have a wonderful family. Our family, I have two brothers that are just awesome, and they take very good care of Daddy. They don't allow me to do that by myself. As I asked them the other night, do y'all want to say anything? They said, no, that's your job. Charles says mine is finances. Bubba said mine's grass cutting and cooking. So here's Shelley. Our representative, Lori Slade Funderbrook, has something that she wants to give Daddy and say to Daddy. And I'll give her the microphone.
Thank you. First of all, thank you to the family. It's an honor to be invited and to be here today, Mr. King. 100 years, you know, that's a special occasion. This is a rare occasion, and especially to celebrate you looking so good and handsome at 100 years. Doesn't he look handsome today, everybody? All right. Yes, yes. And it says back here that you are 100 years loved. I think that's special. So I was looking at the table over there and got a lot of nice mementos, and you have the certificate I gave you when you turned 90 years old. And since you're 100 years, I decided to do a bigger one. So today I have a resolution from the House of Representatives, also representing Senator Vincent Shaheen and Representative Representative Jay Lucas, and also Representative Will Wheeler. And it is
I'm proud of that. I'm proud of it. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I did want to read some of this because I don't know if everybody knows all this about you. To congratulate Carroll Grady King of Kershaw County on the occasion of his 100th birthday, and to wish him a joyous birthday celebration and much happiness in the days ahead. On August 23rd, 2019, Carroll Grady King of Kershaw County awoke to the celebration of a milestone event, his 100th birthday. A lifelong resident of Bethune, Carroll King was born August 23rd, 1919, and graduated from Bethune High School in 1937. Having enlisted in the United States Army on March 14, 1941, he was stationed at Fort Ritchie, Maryland during World War II. Assigned duty in a supply warehouse that supplied all branches of our armed forces, he oversaw what was valued at over $10 million worth of supplies and supported the first intelligence school there for our troops. He retired as a staff sergeant at the end of World War II after 5 years of service. After completing his service in 1946, Carroll returned home to Bethune and started a successful logging business as owner of King's Pole and Piling, beginning by relying on his one loyal ox for skidding logs from the wood. He retired in 1990. In God's time, he met and married his lovely wife, Margaret. Setting up housekeeping in Bethune, the couple raised their 3 children, Shelley, Carroll Jr., and Charles, who blessed their parents with 4 grandchildren, Amber, Austin, Grayson, and Addison. Carroll Sr. is also the senior member of the Tiller family, who settled in the region on a land grant in 1760. In 1791, the Tillers established and commenced operating what is now historically known as Tiller's Ferry. In 1952, Carroll became a charter member of the Bethune's Lion Club. He has served the Lions and the Bethune Lions Club for over 67 consecutive years and remains active today, seldom missing a meeting. He is also the longest serving member in Camden's American Legion. In addition, Carroll is a part of the Kershaw County Forest Landowners Association and continues to be active with the South Carolina Forestry Association. This man of faith has served the Lord at Bethel United Methodist Church, founded in 1843, for 95 years, making him the longest serving member in the church's history. Carroll Grady King received an honorary master's degree in military arts from Cumberland University in May 2012 for mastering the demanding arts and sciences associated with the 2nd Army Combat Training Maneuvers directed from the campus of Cumberland University in 1942 through 1944. Finally, it is not to be forgotten that Carroll King is a lifelong Carolina Gamecocks fan. To honor him at this very special time in his life, family and friends are joining today to celebrate his centennial birthday. It is a great pleasure to honor this son of South Carolina at the celebration of his 100th birthday and to join with his family and friends in congratulating him on reaching this important life milestone. By this resolution, Carroll Grady King of Kershaw County will be congratulated on this occasion and wished a joyous birthday celebration and much happiness in the days ahead.
This is for
And we also have a South Carolina flag that was flown above the State House on your birthday in your honor. And thank you to all the family and friends that put together this wonderful celebration. I know it's wonderful to put together, but it takes a lot of work. Yes. So thank you so much. And this is for you.
Stand up, yeah, let him stand up. Okay, all right. Come on, you want to stand up? You stand up and have your picture taken. There you go.
Look at that. He's so
There you
strong.
go. Got it? Good?
Wait a minute, I gotta get another camera.
I appreciate you a lot.
Here, take it your microphone. Let Amber give you the microphone. Okay, she's gonna give you the microphone.
I appreciate all y'all coming. This is a great crowd. I have a lot of great friends, and I love all of them. And my land was acquired from a grant from the King of England, and probably in the early 1800s. But it was acquired through the Tiller family. My mother was a tiller, and the land grant was granted through the Tiller family. My great-great-granddaddy came from Virginia and settled at Tiller's Ferry. He had, he set up a ferry, and he charged a nickel for a horse and rider, and a dime for a horse and mule. So he was getting rich, I know, yeah. Appreciate all of you coming. I love all of you.